What's up guys, Reborn here. Welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included in my Oceania playthrough series. Resume game. In the last episode, we started building our transportation system, transit tube access. And well, we know we got the base of it going. We got a line running basically all the way up to our spaceship. We got one running down to the oil biome, and we got one running over here to our little industrial brick. And we can expand it from there as needed. So, starting out good. We expanded the Bristle Blossom Farm, as well as the cooling loop a little bit, to accommodate our sage hatches. The reason I went with this, by the way, in case you missed it or something, I didn't really mention it. We're on Oceania, so the planet's just full of water. So we're literally just going to use... we have infinite water. We might as well grow something that we can feed the hatches that is basically free, which is water. So that's why we're doing that. And finally, we brought back the rocket and grabbed a bunch of data disks so that we can continue researching. And at the same time, we swapped out our pilot for our newer pilot. That way our pilot, our original alpha pilot, can get back to actually researching. It was brought to my attention, by the way, that this is indeed an operation errand. Meaning, we don't actually need somebody with research doing this. We need a machinist. Captain Rowan here. What do we got here for machinery? 12. Pretty good. Probably because he went to the gym for a while when we first recruited him. So he's doing all right. Ideally, though, we would probably want somebody with just a basic rocket piloting skill so that he could blast off the rocket. And then all machinery. So if we go to Captain Rowan here, we could probably just upgrade his tinkering. And then he'll do what we need. Let's go ahead and do that. We can always skill scrub him later. Let's make him better at operating this thing. That way it goes even faster. Sounds like a plan. We have been researching the big petroleum engine. That way we could do deep space travel and get a duplicate through the temporal tear. Again, something I've never done before. That's my goal for this series before we move on to a new one. I'm at least doing that. So we're working on that. Let's see. We blasted off this rocket around cycle 320, I believe. So this rocket has been going for just about 30 cycles. Let's do a quick review here. Oxygen overlay. We've got this thing full of oxygen, basically. If we look at the gases, this is good. It's not oversaturated. We put our oxalite up here and have all the carbon dioxide float down to the bottom. It eventually makes its way over here to this gas element sensor, which senses carbon dioxide, which turns on this mini gas pump. The mini gas pump then pumps oxygen and carbon dioxide through this system. The oxygen gets filtered in through and back into the atmosphere. The carbon dioxide cannot come in through here because there's already oxygen, so it gets shoved out of the rocket. Power wires, we got a little bit of solar panels on the rocket. That way we can actually, research. While the rocket is not moving, it does not generate power from its engine. And so you have to have another source of power. We don't have the refrigerator on power because it's berry sludge. It doesn't need to be refrigerated. It never goes bad. temperature, we were very careful to bring room temperature or cold plastic so it didn't heat everything up, as well as room temperature water. This feeds the sink and toilet, and it cooled everything down even more. Let's see what else. We got that. The decor is immaculate without using pixel packs. We built everything out of gold. We focused on making sure we had good rooms, luxury barracks, a great hall, and a washroom. Again, we went with the water cooler because while you can take a drink, at least for a while, until it runs out of water, we could disable it if we want, but it's whatever. I didn't really want him on a telephone. As soon as he takes a drink, he goes back to making discs. So that's why I opted for the water cooler. No germs, which is good because we have a germs mod, and slime lung kills them. I'm glad there's no slime lung in there. Tiniest bit of automation just for light, and then of course for our oxygen filtration system, and then radiation. I'm still not sure why, but radiation is a bit of a problem. When I originally designed this, I wasn't using... No, I think I was using the disease mod. So either they made the disease mod a little more powerful when it comes to radiation, or maybe this wall toilet doesn't get rid of as many rads every cycle. Either way, we had to just change the schedule for the pilot and put him on give him a couple bath time slots so that he would go to the bathroom twice and get rid of rads twice. That way he wouldn't have minor radiation sickness. That was the simplest solution, and that's what we went with. And things have been going just pretty great. I'm very happy with this design still, so I highly recommend it for making data disks. Maybe I'm a little biased, but you know, it's a good rocket. It's a good rocket, people. In the printing pod, we're just gonna replace some of our lost dirt from feeding it to the hatches. That way we don't run out quite as quickly. In this episode, we're going to capture our oil reservoirs here. We've got some oil stashed up right here, but if we want to make our creation of petroleum more or less infinite, then we need to capture these oil reservoirs. So we're going to go ahead and start building these things out. We're going to start with just kind of creating a little base structure here. And of course, we're going to need the actual... Where are they at? Where the oil... Not oil refinery. Reservoir. Oh, is it under utilities? There we go. The oil well. Let's go ahead and build these out of... Let's build them out of iron. We got plenty of iron right now. Running a little low on cobalt. I think that'll be good. We went ahead and let the natural gas come up here. That way it's not, you know, dispersed everywhere. Probably build some blocks and block this off. Just to keep it kind of trapped. And then we'll probably withdraw it or something. Not going to worry about it too much right now. Actually, let's go ahead and trap it. Let's trap it so we don't have to really worry about it, hopefully. That should do it. Alrighty, let's get these things laid out here. Alright, this is going to be the general layout here as we get started. We're going to trap all the heat inside with it. Hopefully that's not a bad idea. This design is based off of Tuxii Industries. I'm going to use another one of his builds. So, let's go ahead and let them build this. We need to get a bottle emptier here. Get some oil in here. That way we can create a vacuum. The only problem is we need access to oil, because it's not exactly... I guess we got a little bit over here. How much oil? Not a lot. Not a lot. We might have to make a different pitcher pump just so we can access a little bit more oil here. By the way, make these out of ceramic. Otherwise they'll overheat. You don't want that. Don't want the overheating. Alright, we'll just clean this up a little bit like that. And then we'll get some oil in here. So clearly, with the regolith meteor showers, these will break our blocks that we got up here. I went ahead and installed a solar panel over here. It's destroyed. It's destroyed. Not exactly sure how people do solar power on meteor planets, but maybe you gotta do some sort of automated bunker system. Open up the bunkers, let the solar in, and then close them when the meteor showers arrive. I don't know, something like that. We might mess around with it. Wow, it even destroys the ladders. Interesting. All right, this thing's coming along. We're gonna have to power this though, and both of them really. So I was thinking, this line is kind of full. With the transporter on there, I think we're gonna add a couple power transformers on this side. And then we'll just run a power wire straight down from here. That'll just make it a little safer, a little easier, and shouldn't have to worry too much about overloading the wires. The sour gas, I kind of built some blocks and trapped it into this one block. And so now we can break this one. They could build that one, and it should be gone. It's gone forever. It'll be exactly what we want. We don't want that stuff in here. All right, we're also going to need to feed those things water. So I'm thinking we take our hot water from these hot water sources and run a line. Well, run a line down, and it'll just be we'll essentially, we're not really deleting heat, but we can use hot water for this, and it'll be totally fine. It'll work perfect. So let's go ahead and start running a line here. Just gonna have to take it all the way up. It's just how we gotta do it. Gotta try not to mix it in with this crude oil. Oh, we gotta actually we're gonna have to run two lines, because we're gonna pump crude oil, we're gonna pump crude oil out, and we don't want this to run through this geyser area, so we're gonna have to do some snaking around this stuff here. There we go. Let's double check here. So we got our water line coming up this way to feed our electrolyzers. And then we have a second line. Or we have a line branching off of it coming straight down here on this left side. Staying on the left. And it's going to end up on the bottom. Come up here, feed the oil reservoir. Or the oil well. Then we've got an oil line coming out from this liquid pump here on the top. It's going to come up, feed into our oil refinery here, and boom, we're going to have infinite oil, essentially, and infinite petroleum, therefore. All right, let's let them finish building this stuff out here. We're going to need to connect the gas pipe as well. Right now, we're going to have it set up to vacuum out to start. Make sure we got power wires connected. They just got to build them. They're blueprinted. They just got to build them out. All right, ventilation. This shouldn't be too difficult, right? Yeah, we just gotta connect it to this line right here. Switch it to igneous here. Alright. There we go. And we just gotta run it across here. We'll be good. Well, not right there. Somewhere right here. This'll be... Actually, let's line it up. Line it up with the pipes just to make it a little cleaner here. Also, if we build something right here for this geyser vent, we probably won't, but leave a little space on this side just in case. Alright, build it, guys. Let's do this. Build it out. We should probably block this off so that we can actually vacuum this out. That would be smart. Yeah. Alright, while they're finishing up all the piping and such, I'm gonna kind of go over how this works. Just in case you don't know. So water's gonna feed into this oil well. It's going to just draw out oil and dump it into this compartment. Now we could just let it overflow, sure, but I kind of like having this little nice build. We're gonna control the flow here. So once this thing fills up, it's going to start reaching these hydro sensors. Once it's above about 100 kilos, when the oil's up to here, it'll pump out the oil into our system. This one's to prevent it from overflowing. Like I said, we probably really don't have to do that, but I'm going to anyways. So we're going to send a green signal as long as it's under something like 250. So between 100 and 250, this will be pumping out. Alright, looks like we got a vacuum. Perfect. So we can set this back to, I don't know, something like 200, 250. It'll pump out. This releases natural gas. Every now and then, a dupe has to come and release the back pressure from it, which releases natural gas into this chamber. We'll just use that natural gas and pump it into our natural gas pipeline. There we go. So we'll get natural gas from here, and when making petroleum from this oil. So essentially, this one says to let's pump oil out. This one says to stop making oil so it doesn't overflow. Which, oh, we want a little buffer gate here. This kind of basically just controls the direction of the signal. We want when the duplicate's in here, we want this light and stuff to turn on, so. Alright, so that should pretty much do it. We'll probably set that to 0.1 seconds. Just to make it go faster, hopefully. Alright. We just need them, we just need that water. It looks like all the pipeline is built. So let's go ahead and just bring it in, baby. This is vacuumed out, so we're ready for it. We could probably go ahead and sweep this stuff up. It's pretty hot. And it'll go into our main base, so maybe we don't want to sweep it up. We can always get in here if we need to. Well, yeah. Alright, let's see this thing work. Hold up. Hold up a second. Let's go ahead and leave this water in the line. Cut it off right there. I just realized this is all regular piping. And it is hot down here. We don't want this to turn to steam in the pipes, so we're gonna make it insulated. That would have been horrible if that happened. Looks like they're just about done. Just got to get one more. We're gonna extend some pipes out farther so we can take, we can use this one as well on the same lines. Yep, this is looking good. All right, let's go ahead and run this water down. Yes. All right, we need more. We need more than that. All right, here it comes. And there we go. The oil well is running. Crude oil is... Our pool is increasing. That's what we want to see. Alright. Unless I set something wrong here, this should work just fine. Work perfectly. That's gonna have to be it for this episode. This one's a little shorter for once, but I legit have to get ready for work. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna set this one up as well. Then we'll have plenty of oil and natural gas flowing in. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Later.